Aha! Very sorry for the wait, folks, as KDCM was not scheduled to start for another 22 minutes. However, we can get things rolling now. So, let's see if we can get this new map ban rolling as the teams now arrive. Once again, thank you to KDCM and thank you to Clan Crossfire for being willing to start early. Dear Lord. Oh, dear Lord. I may need a referee for this. They want to do a 12v. They want to do an 8v8 Atlas. But they're saying if both teams agree. Do I need a referee? I need an adult for this. Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared. All right, let's get this map ban rolling. That is enough shenanigans. So let's see. First pick goes to KDCM. This match will be best of 5 as we are moving on to next week's games. So let's get this rolling as we wait for KDC. Is it KDCM or is it KDMC? Anyways, what's more important is their team says trans rights, and that's what we're all really here for, as they ban round 1. So, let's see if they're actually going to ban, or if they're going to keep us waiting even longer. Let's find out. Let's find out together. Together in paradise. KDCM chooses Polar Highlands for their drop 1. And Clan Crossfire for drop 2 will choose Clan Crossfire. What will you choose? Clan Crossfire chooses Tourmaline Desert. Desert. We live in the desert. KDCM chooses HPG, and Clan Crossfire chooses Mining, meaning that the final match will be played on Canyon. So, that is strange. KDCM does not seem to have a team logo submitted. Well, that makes me sad. Now I can't show all their wonderful art. But that don't matter, because we're not here to see arts, we're here to see mechs, and we're here to see people beating the living daylights out of each other, like Sky Rangers and Clan Crossfire just did. So, drop 1, we are going Polar Highlands. Polar Highlands, and KDCM is Team 1. Oh, I have such jitters here. I don't think I've ever seen KDCM and Clan Crossfire fight. Kind of excited. Well, as excited as it could be. My excitement just, goes down as teams keep me waiting. So, Clan Crossfire, as I've already said, historically is a team that will not really keep you waiting. Just get right rolling into it. They don't, they're not here to chat. They're not here to make friends. They're here to come in and win and leave. KDCM though, KDCM is all about the memes. KDCM is all about having fun. And if they can't win with a smile on their face, what's the point of winning? So, let's see how these two different teams collide. As we are still in the losers bracket, the team that loses here is eliminated from the tournament. And I know that these are both teams that don't want to get eliminated, so I'm hoping for a wonderful matchup here. And unlike our previous game, this one will be best of 5, not best of 3, so if we are lucky, we will see all 5 maps played. As Clan Crossfire losing to Loot in their early matchup, and KDCM losing to Black Omen in their early matchup, which was what threw them both in the losers bracket. So not only do these teams not want to get eliminated, they also want something to prove. So let's get this rolling. Both teams are still at 800 tons. I keep telling them they can't do. We can't do atlases, but seems that that's what both sides want to do. Uh, why do they have to be so difficult? I miss Sky Ranger Jaegers. They were punctual. They were on time. They were everything a caster could dream of. A team that didn't make us have to try to fill dead air with something because they were always ready for everything. So, I miss them. It was only 10 minutes ago and I already miss them. Gone but not forgotten. There's a, All right, having a bit of technical issues on Clan Crossfire's side. It seems the last match. It seems that's why we're having the delay. The last match has locked all of their mechs and will not unlock them. So it's a lovely feeling. Ah, Mech Warrior, where would you be without all of your bugs and all of your flaws? Back to Polar Highlands, back to Conquest. Stock mode engaged. I am confusion. Um, it would seem that the MWO servers have eaten Clan Crossfire's mechs. Strange issue. What a very strange issue. So, while we are waiting for that, we are going to hop in and we are going to see how the other matches going on MWO leagues. So, let's check this one out. Doobie-doobie-doo. Oh, well, that sucks. There's nothing to check on MWO leagues because they are checking on my stream. I could check on the stream, which is checking on my stream. Sure, why not? Let's check on the stream that's checking on my stream. That sounds like it won't be a conundrum at all. We leave in the desert. KDCM chooses HPG, and Clan Crossfire chooses mining, meaning that the final match will be played on Canyon. God, is this really what I sound like? I need a new microphone. I don't sound this bad in real life at all. God, I need a new microphone. Jesus Christ, this is depressing. Oh my goodness. I need a new microphone. My lord. My lord. Ooh, loudy. Ooh, loudy. Strange. Ooh, loudy, loudy, loudy. Does not seem to have a team logo submitted. Well, that makes me sad. Now I can't show all the. You're not the real Tios. Stop talking. You have a stutter, and I don't let people who have stutters into my game. That was a fake Tios. That was a fraud. That was a fraud Tios. The real Tios has a beautiful voice that's not destroyed by his crappy microphone that was damaged when he moved to Florida, because everything gets damaged in Florida because it's Florida. But Clan Crossfire seems to be fixed, so let's see if we can get this going. That was a depressing interlude. As now we wait. KDCM, you cannot run 8 atlases. I swear to God, if you do not fix your mechs, I will be calm. I will be punctual. And I shall be professional. We are all professional gamers in this official MechWarrior League. Oh my goodness! I don't even know where we are on the timer anymore. Like I assume, like I really assume that like a glitch would void the timer, but like surely something, right? Like KDCM, please stop making me wait. I don't want to disqualify you, but I will. Oh my God, KDCM is locked. Thank Christ. Ooh, I was worried there for a moment. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Come on, Clan Crossfire, just make this quick, dude. Just make this quick. I swear to Christ, I'm gonna start crying. Is it because I said that family sickened me during drop 2 on HPG? Was this karma? Has my years of wild heathenism finally caught up with me? Did I forget to sacrifice a goat before this stream? Like, what do I need to do? Do I need to sacrifice Mick goat, or like, will just a normal goat do? Oh my god, lol BBQ, just ready up, please. The world knows you're in a commando. You don't have that much to choose from. It's just commando mislinks. That's it. Okay, we're locked. Let's go. Oh shit, that still says Sky Ranger Jaegers. That's not what we want to see. This needs to say KDCM trans rights. That's what we want to see. Oh my goodness. Is it real? Is this happening? Are we starting the match? Is it a radio cast? It's not a radio cast. Alrighty, what is Clan Crossfire bringing? Clan Crossfire is effectively bringing the same drop deck as their original match, swapping the Nightjeer D for a Jade Kite, but it's got the same loadout, so it don't matter. Meanwhile, KDCM is bringing a Black Lantern Bellinarius, a Firestarter A, an Annihilator 1P, a Gargoyle C, an Executioner, a Phoenix Hawk, a Viper, and an Incubus. So this seems to be KDCM's trademark fast push strat, with the Annihilator having 4 ER large and 2 Gauss. And of course, it wouldn't be a KDCM strat without an Annihilator to leave in the back to die. As both wolf packs are closing in on Theta. As Squeebs is coming up, not looking to take the cap, but more gear into Scout. Knives in the Commando making a mad dash. You know, mad respect to Clan Crossfire. They seem to have gotten Theta every single match played tonight. So, good for them. As the initial shots are coming in, Knives already has the cap, so is he going to take it? No, he's going to push. He's going to see if he can push the KDCM Wolfpack, and they are just fading back. They don't want to fight. Interesting choice. Knives now running to get Gamma. Now we are at the stalemate as the KDCM Wolfpack is moving to get into position. But we are at the stalemate with Clan Crossfire finally getting the 3 cap. And I believe KDCM Wolfpack is now trying to decide where they want to push. Because, I mean, this Gargoyle with the 2 large pulse and 12 ER micros. This Executioner with the 2 ER PPCs and then small micro pulse. Like, this is a push deck. This is 100% a push deck. And I think they're just waiting for their chance. But I want to know if KDCM can succeed where Clan Crossfire, where Sky Rangers failed. You have Zelniga, that's how you say it, and the Incubus doing his best to kite off mechs and trying to run away as the Phoenix Hawk and the Black Lantern are trying to run him down, but they can't keep up, as even with their mask, the Incubus is a mech that is just naturally faster, but Captain Cat is not going to give up the chase. He's just going to keep running, which means that this is the opening KDCM needs to push. There are 2 mechs out of position here, and a lot of mechs. Oh my god, poor Fess. Not Fess, FDR. Your Annihilator's just all alone. Caught against the Executioner. It's going to be a fight here. It's going to be two big boys, but Knives is going to come in the commando and start getting those back shots, and it's going to go into Clan Crossfire's favor, as now Agent Spectre is coming back in the Annihilator. And let's see how this fight on Theta is progressing. Dreadnought and the Gargoyle down to 89%. This is playing out much differently than the match of Clan Crossfire against Sky Rangers, as Festfok immediately takes down the Black Lantern as soon as it's legged. Nines in the Commando does get the kill on the Annihilator. Not a very clean tonnage trade, but this might be right where KDCM wants to be, as their sacrificial Annihilator has died, and now that the Annihilator has been sacrificed to the Dark Lord himself, they have achieved enough spectral power to start their spell, known as the Wolfpack. Knives unwittingly runs around the corner against Stool Softener and the Black Lantern, as now the KDCM Wolfpack is pushing in Sans Executioner and Sans Gargoyle, though, so they are at a significant tonnage disadvantage, as KDCM is establishing a 4-cap, though, so the smart thing to do would be to fade out of here and just back off, as now your cap lead is going to be massive as the time ticks on. Giggity is legged in the Phoenix Hawk, not what you want to see, and he's doing his best to shield that leg, but he's just getting torn up everywhere, and he's obliterated. So this is now but Dreadnought takes down Knives. Not a mech you want to lose on this map, as he's now trying to back off in the Gargoyle and stay alive, as KDCM has a 4-cap, and the cap lead is about to turn into their favor. The Gargoyle Dreadnought's getting run down, destroyed, absolutely obliterated, as now Clan Crossfire has a significant tonnage advantage, and they're pushing back with the intent on taking Theta. I wonder if they know Jay-Z is here. He's not even poking, he's not even fighting, he's just waiting, as KDCM has taken to the hills in order to see if they can win on caps now, as they have probably correctly ascertained that the fight itself is lost. Meanwhile, KDCM's Executioner both has more health and just has a flat-out better build in close-range combat. So, Lol BBQ is coming in to help, but it's probably going to be too late, as Jay is going to be able to drop him probably on this next shot. No, not yet. Jay's going to drop him immediately, though, or else Lol BBQ and the Phoenix Hawk is going to be able to do some serious damage on a dual-pronged attack. KDCM is not able to drop the Executioner. Jay is spending way too much time killing this mech. My god, Jay finally gets the kill, but at what cost? As he's taken so much damage, he's lost so much health, he can no longer screen Kappa, but the caps are almost critical at this point, as Zalagna off the screen does take down the Firestarter. Jay-Z is going to come back in order to stop the Theta cap for as long as he can. He's down to a single peep, and he is dropped. The last 3 KDCM mechs are Squeebs in the Firestarter, Fess in the Viper, and Zell in the Incubus, and it seems that they are just willing to hold on and fight for these caps. Zell in the Incubus is just poking and prodding to slow down the Sigma cap for as much as he can. Is he going to do it? Is he going to poke? He's going to poke. He's going to poke. He's going to poke. Is he going to die, though? Is he going to die? He's just going to touch with the MGs, just enough to barely stop the cap, but he's getting shot at by ER larges at range as well. The man is doing everything he can to stay alive, but he is one touch. Just a single shot from the Night Shear is all you need to kill him, and Pete Zone gets the shot through. Now KDCM is down to defending a 2-cap, as there's no real contesting going on right now at Epsilon and at Kappa, but I'm not sure. Let's see. A 2-cap v 3-cap. KDCM needs 130 to win. Meanwhile, Clan Crossfire needs just over 300. KDCM will win with the 2-cap, but Squeebs, no. Squeebs, what are you doing? You cannot push this. Squeebs, you need to hold the cap. What is wrong with you? What are you doing? Why are you pushing? You may be able to win this fight, but at what cost, Squeebs? You need to stay at the Kappa. You need to stay and fight for the cap. Fight for your home country. Fight to defend it, as he's now legged. Oh, this Squeebs. That push may have just thrown him the match, as he does take down Lol BBQ. But still, though, he will win the fight against the Phoenix Hawk, but at what cost? as now he is lagged, so they can only defend one cap. But on the other hand, it's the Madcap Mark II and it's the Nightgear on the other side of the map. They can't get there in time. So KDCM has won. Wow. Okay. Okay. So it turns out KDCM managed to do. Oh my god, Squeebs, so close to death. So close to death. P-Zone in the Nightgear, he's fine. Festfalk in the Viper, doing pretty good, not too shabby. Nikoro and the Mad Cat, pretty much the only damage he's taken is overheat damage. He's almost out of ammo though, so wow. This match was I wouldn't say convincing, but a solid KDCM victory. Good for them. Not what I was expecting, but all right. See if I can publish stats now. Awesome, I can. So let's get out of here, and we are just going to head straight to the damage board here, so y'all can look at those lovely, lovely numbers while I get these new maps set up. So next map is going to be Tourmaline Desert. So KDCM won this match. So let's get this damage score up. So let's get this looked at here. So on the KDCM side, top damage going to Squeebs. Oh, this is interesting. All right, so it would seem that the MWO Oceanic servers are offline. I don't know if there was a typhoon or if like a volcano erupted in Australia or like there was a giant spider, because Australia, there are a variety of reasons here. It's Australia. Anyways, tonight's matches will be entirely on NA servers. Apologies to the players. Oh yeah, lol BBQ is right. The server farm has been attacked by drop bears. So, well, you know, what can you do? What can you do? It's sometimes how the cookie crumbles. Anyways, back to the scoreboard. Squeebs and the Firestarter getting top damage, and on the other side, John McFuzzy and the Veagle getting 712. Every time John gets in the Veagle, he just puts out massive damage. Win or lose for KDCM, the man does not fail to put up numbers. So, good for him. Meanwhile, not a single double D. Oh wait, nope, never mind. Giggity and the Phoenix Hawk, 84 damage. Ah, we were so close. So close to greatness. And then KDCM had to come KDCM it up again. I'm just kidding. They are doing great. They won drop 1, so they are feeling swell. And they are feeling solid. So now they are gearing up to move towards drop 2, which will be on Tourmaline Desert. So let's get this map strat up as we prepare for drop 2. Oopsies, I accidentally closed my map strat like a fool. So, Tourmaline Desert. Another map that the only change this map saw was it had its spawn zones changed for all game modes. But that being said, Desert is actually one of the oldest maps in MWO to not have a significant rework done. So we are all very used to how it plays, and we all know this map like the back of our hand. Anyways, there are a few POIs you want to check out here. So this map, unlike Polar, teams do matter, and I do believe that the general consensus is that Team 1 is the stronger side. However, I'm very open to being proven wrong in this scenario. Feel free to throw your arguments in chat as to why I'm wrong, or more likely, as to why I'm right. Anyways, so there are a few options here. So Theta is typically where all the fighting will occur in the early match, as it's just a Wolfpack battle to see who can control it. And then from there, a team has a choice. Team 2 will either control Theta, Gamma, Kappa, or they can control Theta, Sigma, and Kappa. However, you typically want to commit to one of these triangles or the other. You don't want to commit to controlling both of them, as then you become very strung out and very easy to kill. The same thing goes for Team 1 mirrored. You either go Theta Epsilon Sigma or Theta Epsilon Gamma. Now, truth be told, the way the matches normally lean is Team 2 usually feels more confident in taking Gamma side control, while Team 1 typically feels more confident. I got that reversed. Team 2 feels more confident taking Sigma side control. Meanwhile, Team 1 feels more confident taking Gamma side control, simply to how the map geometry and how the sight lines work. That being said, though, both of these teams, Clan Crossfire is typically a pretty by-the-books team. A lot of what you see from them is something that's in the well-established current meta. Meanwhile, KDCM, they've always been the oddball team. They always want to bring something that is a bit more, something that has a bit more pizzazz, something that has a bit more style, where even if KDCM doesn't win, they still want to be remembered. So, both teams have locked. I'm just double checking to make sure that current technical issues have been resolved. Okay, coolio. Both teams are locked. Let's launch. Oh dear, it just occurred to me. I've been saying Jay-Z this entire time instead of Jay. I guess that's just proof that I love Jay-Z so much that the man lives in my head rent-free. Anyways, KDCM bring a Gargoyle, Blackjack, Black Lantern, Firestarter, Viper, Incubus, Executioner, Direwolf, a very similar job tech to what they had before, with the exception of the Direwolf and the Blackjack being definite range Overwatch, just something to add that little bit more punch at range. Meanwhile, Clan Crossfire is running a Commando, Madcat Mark II, a Phoenix Hawk, a Vapor Eagle, another Direwolf, a Firestarter, a Black Lantern, and a Night Jeer. So very similar drop deck to what they had before. It is interesting to note, though, that both teams are opting for a Direwolf. I know Clan Crossfires is ER large and Gauss, but what is the KDCM one running? It is the Direwolf Prime I, which is my favorite variant of all, and yes, it is 2 Gauss and 4 ER large. Meanwhile, KDCM's Wolfpack is split, as Zell is willing to go hard in the paint and fight the Commando. against the Incubus trying to fight for Kappa, but as soon as the rest of the Wolfpack arrives, he is very intelligently bowing out. He is staying to deny the cap, but he is not committing to the fight, which is exactly what you need here. I do think he sees the smoke on him, so he's going to back up. Meanwhile, KDCM is sending a 3-man Wolfpack to take Gamma, which is putting them at a significant tonnage disadvantage here in the center of the map. Definitely not an advantageous start should the Theta fight go full ham. So let's see how this is going so far. Some early initial trading going on here. Knives in the Commando is going to get Sigma. Meanwhile, Zell is just trying to take Theta, but cannot get it between the Overwatch from the Mad Cat, the Dire Wolf, and the Firestarter. Zell just cannot get it. He's down at 76%, which is not the early game damage you want to see on a light mech, seeing as that health can be critical, especially on their cap light, as the Incubus is the mech that is fastest on their team, and also has the cap acceleration quirk. So, was it an arm or a side? That was an arm. So he's doing fine still, but definitely taking way too much damage. Zell just needs to back off and let the rest of the team prepare for whatever it is KDCM is preparing for. Though, if I was to guess, they are preparing to push because it's KDCM and we all know what they're known for. Meanwhile, Rathnor and the Firestarter doing his best in order to stop Zell and keep him pinned, and also just trading in general. The 3-Light Peep Firestarter has become an interesting pick in this current comp meta, as it sacrifices speed compared to the normal Firestarter, but it does have that nice 15 damage pinpoint with the ER Smalls to back it up. Seem to be a bit of a quiet point here. The calm before the storm, as KDCM, they're choosing not to push yet, as they know they have the 3 cap. Meanwhile, it seems the clan Crossfire is choosing to push instead. Instead of pushing the cap, are they going to push the open valley? Clan Crossfire, you're smarter than this. Don't do it. Don't push to the open. Yes, go around the back to Gamma. That's what we want to see. Meanwhile, Stool Softener is spotting that, so that means that the KDCM Wolfpack is most likely about to mobilize. Oh, they are waiting and ready. As soon as somebody steps on Gamma Point, they are going to blitz it. Absolutely ready to clomp down on whoever. Clomp, is that a word? Absolutely ready to chomp down on whoever steps on Gamma. Squeebs in the Firestarter, as soon as he realizes somebody's on Gamma, he better be ready to blitz it. And it's on Gamma, but instead of going for the cap, no, they're going for the fight, and since the Commando is out of here, they are at a disadvantage. Well, no, they're not. It's an even 3v3 fight. No, it's a 4v3. This is not what you want to see. Rathnor in the Firestarter, instead of saying to help his teammates, he's just bailing because he knows the fight is lost. Lol BBQ is going to mask out of there and do the same thing and leave Captain Cat, who is legged, to die, letting the first kill go to KDCM. Meanwhile, KDCM needs to get their mechs in high gear to go back and take back the cap point. But no, they smell blood in the water and they're willing to follow these mechs all the way through. Maybe eventually they'll back off, but nope, they're just following. They're just running all the way through. They don't care whatsoever. Meanwhile, they're doing their best to survive, running back to their traders. And yes, they got Gamma, but at what cost? As now KDCM is going to retake Gamma, and Clan Crossfire, they lost some mech there. KDCM took a lot of damage, but at the end, they still have the mech leave. Knives is just clandestinely going to Epsilon in order to take that cap. Nobody's going to be able to stop him. Meanwhile, the trading has just been going on. Steelwater is advancing on the Direwolf to press the advantage. FDLR in the Direwolf is open CT as Clan Crossfire is now going to have a 4 cap against KDCM, which is not looking good as KDCM is losing both the trade wars and the cap wars now. Man, forget US, forget China, forget all of these real all these real countries. It is Clan Crossfire that wins the trade wars. As KDCM is coming back now in the attempt to take Theta, but Clan Crossfire has too much Overwatch. Giggity, he's going to be burned down here soon as he is legged by Pete Zone in the Night Gear. Definitely not a good reaction to, or definitely not a good reaction you want to have to taking Theta, as now Squeebs is alone by himself as Stool Softener and the Blackjack is now legged, meaning that there are 2 mechs pinned at Theta. However, Pete Zone drops Stool Softener, and now it is a 6v7 as Giggity goes down in the Black Lantern as well. Festfalk and Squeebs are now just rushing straight in. They smell blood in the water. They want Pete Zone dead, and they get it. But now the Mad Cat's here. Now the Phoenix Hawk is here. Now the Firestarter's here. It's not a fight you want to win. Meanwhile, Festfalk jumps down the hill. He chooses the wrong side of the ledge to be on as he's now caught between a rock and a Direwolf. Not what you want. And now it is down to the Gargoyle, the Incubus, and the Executioner. The Incubus, despite being the new premier cap mech, is not going to be able to cap out a victory here as Dreadnought and the Gargoyle goes down, leaving KDCM with only 2 mechs left and a cap disadvantage. So I would say this match has gone solidly to Clan Crossfire, and you know what that means. Now that we are down to one last KDCM mech, it's time to get in the cockpit. If the game lets me. Hello? There we go. So, who's ready to watch somebody fight for their lives and then eventually trip and tumble down into the fiery pits of failure? I know I am. As Zell is going to run up against the Direwolf, but the Direwolf, he might have Gauss in the arms, he might be able to fire down, the Direwolf might just drop, but no, Direwolf will not, but it doesn't matter, Zell's going to go up and fight the Direwolf, go out like a true clan warrior. Oh, as he gets legged. Well, I mean, 10 out of 10 forever. Alrighty, the score is now 1-1. As let's check on this damage board. I check the map ban. Doop-a-doop-a-doo, doop-a-doop-a-doo. So let's look at the damages on both sides. Nikoro Doomguard getting 727. In the Direwolf B, definitely doing some serious damage farming there. John McFuzzy and the Mad Cat only getting 334 damage. You see, John just needs to stay in the Veagle. The man carries so much in the Veagle, it seems going into anything but the Veagle, he will not get as high damage. So, there's not a single double D this round. I'm so excited. That makes my heart still happy. Anyways, let's go through the list. FDLR getting top damage in the Direwolf for KDCM side 407. So, Direwolves on both sides representing. I'm so loving the fact that the Direwolf got the armor quirks because now you see it in so many comp drops as it's such a strong range mech now. So, I'm very excited. And now we are going on to HPG. Now, KDCM, they always rush B. They always got that huge wolf pack going on. And HPG is a map where, sending the wolf pack back onto the wall on the enemy team, trying to get those ganks on the wall traders, such a valid strat. In fact, Loot did it, and that's what got them the win against Clan Crossfire in their previous game. So, let's see if KDCM will do it here. I hope so. I really do, because it's lovely. It's very entertaining. Meanwhile, KDCM is at 800 tons. They're trying for the 8 Atlas drop again, and you know what? I gotta respect their persistence. They're not gonna get it, but persistence is a virtue. That's what my mom always said. She was wrong, but that's what she always said. Anyways, let's look at the map strat. Bum bum beat up, bum bum beat bum. So let's look at this map strat. Oh, I chose Hibernal Rift, a map I'm very glad is not in comp because you cannot play it without wearing sunglasses. Y'all saw my stream where I was wearing sunglasses indoors playing a computer game? It's because I was worried about getting Hibernal Rift. Anyways, HPG. So here's what I'm expecting. KDCM is Team 1, which means that the wall mechs they're going to want to gank are going to most likely be the ones in Echo 3. So what I'm willing to bet Spud Bucks on is they're going to send something around and it's going to go around, it's going to get Theta, and then it's going to leave Theta, and it's going to go all the way around. It's going to try to get up here. It's either going to jump up from here, or it's going to go even all the way back around. That's what I think's gonna happen. Of course, an argument could always be made to go from Gamma side and to go around and repeat and do the exact same thing, but I very much believe KDCM will either send somebody up on the wall to kill their wall traders, or they will put 6 or 7 mechs down here in the basement. I don't need to clarify how Clan Crossfire plays because, well, we just saw them do it against Sky Ranger Jaegers, so we know what they're gonna do. In fact, I bet KDCM knows what they're gonna do because KDCM just watched them. And you know what? If I watched the KDCM drop last week, I may know what they are, what they're gonna do here, but I didn't watch it, so all I can do is predict. Now then, we are just waiting for Captain Cat to ready up, and then we can get going. Is the Oceanic server actually in Australia? I don't know where it is. I mean, I feel like putting anything valuable in Australia is just a bad idea because, Australia, like, I don't want to have a server there. Goddamn kangaroo will come and beat it up. They don't want that. They don't want that at all. So let's see what each side is bringing. KDCM is bringing a Timberwolf Bounty Hunter, a Warhammer to see Maul, a Vulcan Bloodlust, a Firestarter A, a Nightjeer D, a Veagle 2, a Viper C, and a Victor Dragon Slayer. Meanwhile, Clan Crossfire is bringing a Nightjeer, a Phoenix Hawk, a Virago, a Mistlynx, a Direwolf, a Firestarter, a Mad Cat, and a Viper. It's the same drop deck they brought against Sky Ranger Jaeger, so I will not go into too much depth on it. But what I want to know is what is on the Maul. Is it the Gauss ER Peep or Gauss ER Large? It is 2 Gauss rifles and 3 ER Large lasers. Meanwhile, Squeebs in the Timberwolf has 2 large pulse and 5 ER meds. Everyone's going on the wall. I love this so much. KDCM, you complete me. Does the Timberwolf have jump jets, though? If it's got stock Omnipods, it won't be able to jump across. Okay, it's not stock Omnipods. Never mind. We good. Meanwhile, Clan Crossfire is setting up the early drop win again. The early Theta win against KDCM. Not drop win, we're not that far yet. As KDCM only got a single cap as they are going full wall bros. Seems neither team has truly made a move yet. However, Clan Crossfire seems to be backing up as they know the brawl is coming. They may not know exactly from where, but they know it's KDCM, so it's coming. Zell in the Vapor Eagle with 2 AC-10s and an ER Peep, and Festfalk in the Viper, hoping to move up to get the gank. Meanwhile, the KDCM traders are pulling to very aggressive spots on the map as now Clan Crossfire is trying to burn their mechs on approach. But Steelwater may not know the Viper is here. Is he going to get ganked? He's going to get ganked? Oh no, he was spotted by Nicaro and the Direwolf, and the Viper pushed too early. He does not have the support of the Veagle or the Nightjeer. He's gonna die alone. But will he be able to kill the Virago first? The Virago is at least forced to drop, and now he's stuck here with the Direwolf. But Nicaro is not even choosing to fight against the Viper. What an interesting pick. Why did Rathnor leave though? They could have gotten the they could have gotten the Viper pick and then regrouped, but Clan Crossfire is just willingly splitting their team. I'm doing a radio cast. I'm so sorry. Anyways, here we go. Back into the fight now. Nicaro Doomguard in the Direwolf goes down first. And then Pete Zone in the Nightjeer is next. Wow. I thought Clan Crossfire would have had a huge map advantage. Look at all the UAVs. They're just lighting up the night sky. Meanwhile, KDCM is hurting pretty bad, but so is Clan Crossfire. And now Giggity drops Steelwater. As John McFuzzy is now doing his best to stay alive. He dropped to get cover, and he gets dropped by FDLR. And now Lol BBQ and the Viper is coming in. He drops Jay in the Dragon Slayer, and Squeebs in the Timberwolf comes up ready to pounce as he drops Lol BBQ in the Viper. Knives drops Festfalk. And Captain Cat goes down in the Phoenix Hawk. This is just a cleanup now. It's now the Firestarter, and it's now the Mistlynx, as they are doing everything they can to stay alive. But I don't think it's going to be enough, as a lot of mechs are damaged. So Knives may be able to get some kills if he picks his fights cleanly, but I don't think he'll be able to pull out the win here without a miracle. Giggity does get a kill on Rathnor, leaving Knives as the last one alive. And he's just trying to play his life as he jumps back up on the wall, but there are still many friends up there on the wall, and the wall is not a safe place. Knives is legged, and Knives is eliminated. KDCM decisively wins drop 2. Well, not yet. They gotta cap Sigma first, you know. If you know what I'm saying? Do it, Zell. Get the team kill. You know you want to. And KDCM wins this match. I accidentally put KDCM as winning the last match, so I'll put Clan Crossfire as winning this match. Ha! Take that, Jeff Bezos. As I now get these lobby stats rolling, so we all can look at the beautiful numbers. So, first things first that we see right off the bat is actually first let me get the maps sorted. Now we are going to Mining Collective, and I have to swap the team sides before I can do things like tell you the scoreboard that you can very clearly read because it's on your screen. And if you can't read, I don't know how you're playing Mech Warrior. There we go. So, now that both sides are ready, let's look at this damage board here. So, first things first, we have FDR getting top damage on KDCM, actually top damage in the match in his Warhammer Maul with 591 damage. And then second place in the match going to Giggity in his Night Jeer, getting 553 and also a whopping 4 kills. God damn, dude. And then, let's see, top on Clan Crossfire side is John McFuzzy in the Mad Cat, 444 damage. John, I'm sorry I talked crap. You are a wonderful man and also a very good pilot, and you have consistently been putting out good numbers tonight, so, you know, I can't give you too much shit, but I will, because I'm a caster, so it's my job. Anyways, then on KDCM, other notable damage amounts is Fesfalk and the Viper getting 497, and yet another match without a double D. So, you know what? I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them. Oh god, I'm now getting crap for all the maps, for all the map imagery. You know what? It is my fault though, so. You know, you live, you learn. Okay, everyone. I get it. I left the map up for a fair part of the match. I apologize. That being said, literally everyone on the goddamn comp server DMing me is not the way we fix this, okay? I'm very sorry. Okay, both teams are locked. We're going. And you know what? He has ya damn map. This time I should just leave the map on in spite. But nah, I did do a fucky wucky. So we are going into drop 4, Mining Collective. Clan Crossfire is bringing an Executioner, a Firestarter, a Madcap Mark II, a Veagle, a Bellinarius, a Commando, a Nightgear, and a Hunchback. They pretty much bring the same mechs with a bit of variance. Meanwhile, KDCM is bringing a Viper, a Phoenix Hawk, a Summoner, a Nightgear, a Highlander 2CA, a Mistlynx, an Annihilator, and a Firestarter. So, oopsies, forgot the names. Knives in the Commando, running straight up, getting Theta early as always. The man has a singular goal in his life. Oh, but he's about to get ganked real quick if he does not get out of there with the Viper and the Firestarter immediately lighting him up. Let's see if the... No, I got it once. Ah, well, Commando's too fast to click on anyways. So, KDCM now solidifies the 3 cap as they bully Knives out of Theta, and they're gonna full cap it, which is a huge early advantage. It's not very often you get an early full cap. Meanwhile, the Citadel fight seems to be beginning. Oh, Squeebs is in Squeebs in the Firestarter and FDR in the Nightgear are becoming aware of the Captain Cat attempt to back cap, but it is warded off. Now it seems both teams want Citadel. Both teams have a lot of weight on Citadel. Let's see who does the push first, and let's see who fights to win. Squeebs in the Firestarter. Is he going to be able to get the back shot against John? No, John is here to trade, and that's not a Hunchback 2C you want to trade with a 2 large pulse and 6 ER medium, huge alpha on just a 50-ton mech. Meanwhile, Giggity in the Annihilator is moving up, trying to prepare, trying to get those lines, and making sure that when KDCM does the push that they're always known for, he will not be sacrificed to the Annihilator gods. Meanwhile, John McFuzzy tries to pop tart against the Annihilator and just gets shot right in the face. Definitely not what you want to see. Giggity Goo running 5 AC5s and 3 light PPCs, typically considered a worse build than the typical 3 AC10, 3 light P, but still packs a wallop because it is an Annihilator 1A. Meanwhile, Dreadnought in the Phoenix Hawk doing his best to screen for him. I wonder if Asian Spectre is aware of the mech around the corner there and if he's willing to move in on it. If not, the Black Lantern's about to scout it, but Clan Crossfire has the 3 cap here, so they don't really have to do anything. Health-wise, they're winning the trades, and they have the 3 caps, so Clan Crossfire has an early lead here that KDCM is going to have to work pretty hard to turn around. John McFuzzy gets lit up from the side, completely ignores it, chooses to focus on the shot he was already taking, which gives a huge advantage to FDLR, who is now willing to move up. Asian Spectre getting lit up in his Executioner, getting torn apart by the KDCM Wolfpack, but it seems that Captain Cat and the Black Lantern has set his eyes on the Viper and is doing everything he can to bring that down as soon as he can. The Viper did lose an arm, which has a lot of its weapons. Sweeps goes down in the Firestarter, making this a 7v7. Self-destruction by Thesfok in the Viper. Dreadnought getting down, no, Dreadnought destroying John McFuzzy. So this is now a 6v6, and it is absolute carnage now as Zell drops Steelwater in the Veagle. This is a brawl, and KDCM definitely brought more brawl mechs than Clan Crossfire, but still, it is not what you want to see on either side, as this is just too messy of a fight for any winner to be considered clear and in the open. Pete Zone might go down to Dreadnought in the Night Gear here, as Pete Zone is down to 2 AC10s and an ERP. Seems to be fine so far, but has taken a lot of heat damage. Rathnor, the Firestarter, trying to run to stay alive from the onslaught of Jay-Z and Zell, gets down. Not Jay-Z, just Jay. I apologize. But now it's Knives against the Summoner and the Mistlinks, and Nikoro's coming in for the assist. Oh, but Nikoro whiffed the Gauss shot that may have been able to drop Zell in the Mistlinks. This is not good. This is not good for Knives, as he may take critical amounts of damage that the Commando just can't afford to take this early in the fight. But now we are coming into the late game as Zell is running away in the Mistlinks, as the Clan Crossfire cleanup seems to have started, with the only strong Met KDCM has left is Stool Softener in the Highlander 2CA, as he's the only one with both armor and significant amounts of firepower, but he's about to face off against Nikoro Doomguard, who is in a nearly fresh Madcap Mark II. Meanwhile, Zell in the Mistlinks is doing everything he can to stay alive. He's just fighting for dear life, but he gets dropped by Captain Cat in the Black Lantern, as we are now down to Stool Softener and FDLR, who are both clinging to the Citadel as it's the only cover they have. But Clan Crossfire smells blood, but they also smell a cap advantage, so they may not have to push here. But they're going to do it anyways because, well, you know, wouldn't be very entertaining without a push, now would it? Come on, Stool Softener, get that headshot, drop the Mad Cat, swing the match in your favor, use your gaming chair. Captain Cat does manage to graze FDLR and drop him. Meanwhile, Stool Softener is now the last one alive, desperately clinging to any health he has left, but he's open CT, absolutely one touch. All Nikoro Doomguard needs to do is scratch him, and that is it. Ooh. What a spicy match, as Clan Crossfire takes the lead on that, which means we are going to drop 5. This is the first best of 5 drop in the series so far to bring us to drop 5, which is, well, amazing. So let me pull up the scoreboard here so y'all can absorb that while I get the final map set up. Alrighty, so the final drop is Canyon Network, as both teams are now 2-2. This will be the tiebreaker. So let's absorb these damage numbers here. This damage, still no double Ds. Love to see it. Stool Softener getting 709 damage in his Highlander 2CA. The Highlander 2CA has been a phenomenal pick since its buff. I love it so much. Meanwhile, Nicaro Doomguard getting 675 damage in his Death Strike. Pete Zone getting 671 damage in his Night Gear. And John McFuzzy getting 485 damage in his Hunchback 2C. FDLR getting 486 in the Night Gear, 451 from Giggity Giggity Goo in the Annihilator. Just absolute high damage all around. This was a match that was fought tooth and nail, and both teams are really showing that they have the drive and the grit to win this final round here. So I am very much looking forward to see what is in store for us. Actually, since we haven't done Canyon at all today, this is a good time to go over the map strat so we can see how this works. Because Canyon is a long time oldie but a goodie, and its rework didn't change it too drastically, but it is still one of the best. So let's get this going. So Team 1 and Team 2, there are times when I would say they're even, and there are times that I'd say they're not. But, I've come to the conclusion that whatever side I'm playing on is the worst side, and my opponents always have better terrain. That way, when I lose, I don't feel as bad because I have something to blame that's not myself. Anyways, so let's look at the main POIs here. Obviously, like every match, we have theta control, and now it's time for triangles. So team 1 has two choices. They can go for theta epsilon gamma or theta gamma kappa. Team 2 has the same triangle as well, but then mirror gamma for sigma. Hey, I drew a kite. I should join an art school. Anyways, so typically speaking, if you commit very hard onto the epsilon side, you don't want to put too much weight on the kappa side here, simply because you become too spread out and too easy to pick off by wolf packs. And the same thing can be said for team 2, where if you commit hard on the epsilon side, you don't want to commit too hard on the kappa side. That being said, even if you do commit hard on the epsilon side, there are still a few POIs, a few spots where you want to leave traders just to make sure that you do retain good map control, because Canyon is a map that is all about trades and all about map control. There are a few teams that have done a total brawl rush, but I don't think that's what we're going to see here. Of course, KDCM could do a large Wolfpack push down the middle, but typically that's doomed to fail, and you don't often see that too much. Now, if they brought a lot of bombing lights, like say the bombing Jenner 2C, that could have a better chance. But, like I said, typically not the best strategy you want to see. Typically, this map is all about range control and letting the Wolfpack do Wolfpack things such as getting early ganks, getting scouting info, and then letting the bigs duke it out. Sometimes you might see movements around the map, like in the JGX against GNX match earlier today. In the JGX against GNX match earlier today, JGX actually took all of their weight and went around the EPSI side in order to press into GNX, while GNX was just sitting in this corner and was absolutely destroyed against the flank push. Meanwhile, if you watch if you watched, I want to say it's Wild Ones against whoever they fought, Wild Ones against Sky Ranger Jaegers in the week 1 match. Team 1 just flat out started here and just hardcore EPSI pushed all the way through right into the enemy team and just absolutely destroyed them. Of course, pushing EPSI side can be a little bit risky because there is the Rock Garden here and then there is Junkyard here, which are two very deeply entrenched spots, very good spots to set up traders if you're fighting on the Epsilon side. That are very good power spots that make the Epsilon side hard to push. But of course, that's why there's Kappa side as well. If somebody is too entrenched on the Epsilon side, you can always make a play for the Kappa side instead. So Clan Crossfire is locked. So let's see how things will look for KDCM. Also, if you look at spawns here, typically the lance you choose will show which side of the map you want to control, and the lances you choose on mining typically will telegraph whether you want north or south side. Lances here on Canyon, they don't really mean too much. Typically, you want your Theta mechs to start in Bravo Lance, as that's the furthest forward lance, and is therefore has the quickest time getting to Theta, and even shaving off that half a second is enough to win the race to that cap. But really, the lances are so clumped up, it's just not too important here. Come on, KDCM. Don't make me wait. They're all ready. Let's go. Oopsies, wrong one. There we go. I see chat is predicting some Lerm strats for Canyon Network. I'm not gonna say I'm hoping for that, but yeah, I totally am. Let's be real. So long as it doesn't fail as bad as Oops. In the Blood League trying to do a Lerm strat. Looking at you, Andy Met, getting 71 damage in an Orion on a Forest Colony Classic. Not saying I blame you, but I blame you. Anyways, KDCM bringing Rifleman 2C2, Madcap Mark II 1, Phoenix Hawk 7S, Stalker 5S, Commando 1D, Nightjar C, Vapor Eagle 1, and Firestarter. So it's exactly as I predicted. It's a full-on range strat with a 4-man Wolfpack to take quick and early control of the cap. Sorry, that was Clan Crossfire's deck, not KDCM. KDCM is running something similar. KDCM's not running a Brawl strat. KDCM is running a Firestarter, a Blackjack, a Stalker, an Annihilator, a Viper, an Executioner, a Commando, and a Black Lantern. KDCM is running a long-range control strat with a 4-man Wolfpack supplemented by the Executioner. Hopefully this Executioner will get more than 12 damage. Meanwhile, Knives, as always, getting the early Theta cap, as seems to be his calling in life. As the early trades are beginning, KDCM Wolfpack going full in on Kappa, while it seems that the Clan Crossfire side is now starting to gear up to want Epsilon side, but it don't matter because KDCM's Dreadnought in the Commando made it there first, and he's being pushed off, like I said, Rock Garden, sure. Rock Garden is a very solid trading spot to set up a mech if you want Epsilon side control, and that is what's going to happen here, as Knives in the Commando now will try to take Epsilon, see how much covering fire he can get. He does take a PPC, of which, let's see where that hit on the mech. Commando, get back here. Commando. I swear to all things unholy. Okay, so the PPC did hit him in the leg, so not what you want to see. That's not good early damage a Commando should take. But Clan Crossfire will have the 3 cap. Meanwhile, there's some cross-map trading going on here. KDCM does not want to fight for Epsilon at all, but they're leaving they're leaving Stool Softener alone in Junkyard, which means that if the Wolfpack comes to get him, KDCM will not be able to do much to save him. However, KDCM, because of how little weight they're putting on the Kappa side, they really need to commit to Theta, and they really need to make sure that they can get it at some point. Meanwhile, Knives is coming back in to re-solidify the Theta cap, trying to get it as full as he can. And it's just trading here. It's just trading. Boring, simple trading. Why can't somebody bring streaks or lerms? I'd settle for ATMs at this point, as they're pretty much streak LRMs. Meanwhile, the health on each side is looking pretty even. Pete Zone and FDLR are both looking pretty banged up. Stool Softener finally gave up Junkyard, probably getting a little too pressured, but caps are almost critical. Once a team with a 3 cap gets to about 400, that's when you start to need to push them off. Jay is gearing up. Is he trying to take Theta? The Executioner is a bit too tall to take Theta, and that's typically, you don't want to put the Executioner near center because it's too tall. It can't find any cover. But KDCM is getting Gamma as well, which is pulling a light mech away, which even if they don't get the cap, just pulling away the two mechs may have been enough to help get Theta, but it's not enough, as Squeebs in the Stalker is open side torso, and Jay in the Executioner is open CT. Definitely not what you want to see in your 2 heaviest traders on this team. Well, no, actually FDLR is in the Annihilator, so he's heavier, but actually, how is he doing? He's doing fine. Well, not fine, but close enough, you know. Meanwhile, Dreadnought and the Commando coming up, trying to take the cap. Now, the Commando is the ideal mech to take the cap because it's so short underneath the cap that you really need the right angle to hit it, but Clan Crossfire definitely found the angle as Dreadnought gets drilled by 4 different mechs as they are unable to take Theta. Meanwhile, Knives is just boosting it back up, and while Clan Crossfire can hit the Commando on Theta, KDCM evidently cannot, and it's not going too well for them right now. Caps are now critical as KDCM is doing their best to move forward, as they know they have to make a move now or they lose, but there's so much... Oh, Jay gets dropped by John McFuzzy in the Stalker, which will stop the cap, as now everybody can focus on Dreadnought. I think this match is leaning very heavily towards Clan Crossfire. KDCM is going to have to clutch up very quick if they want any chance at winning this, as Zell in the Black Lantern, as the Wolfpack attacks in the back, drops Nicaro in the Mad Cat, and Pete Zone drops Zell, which means that now somebody needs to take Kappa, but nobody's there to do it. Squeebs has disconnected in the Stalker. His mech is doing the Circle of Doom, which is not a good omen for KDCM, as they are now down a 4th mech. As Giggity now goes down in the Firestarter, and Pete Zone in the Nightgear is just holding on to dear life, as he is, I believe he's open everywhere, but he may be able to play it safe. Nope, he gets halved. Let's see if he survives this. As now John McFuzzy and Knives, along with the Wolfpack, is now pushing in on FDLR in the Annihilator. This is the fastest the Stalker 5S will ever go. So good for him for being able to zoom. I'm so proud of him. Meanwhile, the last one alive is now Dreadnought on Gamma, doing his best to just get that, cap, because, some effort is better than none, but he's one touch. So all somebody has to do is scratch him, and then this match is over for Clan Crossfire advancing. And because this is actually a week 3 match, Clan Crossfire will get a bye next week. They will not have to play next week, and they will enjoy the break. So good for them. As GG's to KDCM, GG's for Clan Crossfire. But tonight, Clan Crossfire shall be the victor. Even though KDCM was the one who brought the victor Dragon Slayer, Clan Crossfire is the victor. I believe where KDCM went wrong was not sacrificing the Annihilator. As part of KDCM tradition, sacrificing the Annihilator first is how you win. So let me get these match stats published so we can look at the scoreboard before we call it here. So let's look at this damage board here. So let's see top damage. Holy shit snacks. Pete Zone in the Nightgear getting 941 damage and staying alive at 23%. I think we know who carried, guys. I think we know who carried. Yeah, Pete Zone, hats off to you, my boy. You definitely carried the match. Props to you for getting top damage of the night. Top damage on KDCM side going to FDLR in the Annihilator, which is fair because that is his most heavy hitting build. So good on him. And the double D's. You hate to see it, but you love to see it because that means memes. So at the end of the day, though, that is the end of tonight's matches, as Clan Crossfire will move forward and KDCM is eliminated from this MechWarrior World Cup. But not only that, Clan Crossfire has also solidified themselves as having a bye. So good for them, as they now get to skip the next week as well. And you know what? It is a well-earned break. And thank you everyone who watched. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Please stay tuned on the MWO comp server as we will post the times for the next matches, and we also have a link to the official tournament page as well, so you can see what matches are occurring next week. And like I said, we will have times for those soon enough. Until then, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next week. Later.